the small forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 33, Robert Covington. At center, standing 6 foot 11, number 4, Nerlens Noel. Starting at center, standing 6 foot 11, number 8, Ezail Iverson. Starting at the other guard, at 6 foot 0 inches, number 3, Ezail Iverson. The head coach of your home team is Brett Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, your Philadelphia 76ers.
It's the home of the 76ers here in Philadelphia as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Wells Fargo Center. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Coming in off the road, the 76ers are back in Philadelphia for this game. They haven't started out with the success they had hoped for, but the season obviously is still very young.
And you wondered coming into the season if this team might have some issues, and that's been the case here thus far. We'll see if they can address those issues. It's a long season and find a way to turn it around.
Clearly some deficiencies in this roster that need to be addressed. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. I mean, they'd love to get back to around 500, but the way they're made and constituted, that'll be tough.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Williams is out there with Felton, and it's Pachulia in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Williams after the miss from Ezail Iverson. Williams kicks to Parsons. Here's Pachulia. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Inside, and then Okafor slams it in.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Now here's Iverson. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio. Noel passes to Okafor. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business. Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Rick Carlisle for just a moment. I asked him to sum up their season to this point, and he said there's definitely room for improvement, but there are a lot of positives they can draw from. He'd just like to see a little more consistency on a night-in, night-out basis. Wouldn't we all, Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Williams attacking. Feeds to Nowitzki. The fadeaway, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Covington. Lets it go, and that one's good, Iverson.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Williams dishes to Felton. Nowitzki with the screen on Iverson. Nobody near Williams. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. We've got a moment to see the league leaders in steals. Number 5 is Darren Williams.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And Noel kicks to Okafor. The tray. And there's Iverson. That's good on the assist by Okafor. Iverson's got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Outside Williams. Felton the pass to Parsons. Fires the 3. They get it again. Nowitzki. Here's Pachulia. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
To the wing on the left. Marshall with it. Now Felton defending. Covington's shot is off.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Now here's Williams. 20 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side. You know, in Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign-born player ever. Of course, you have a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash, Parker, just to name a few.
Back to the topic, and Nowitzki is the greatest foreign-born player ever. I think Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark is really his only challenger.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I'd keep Hakeem at the top of that list just because of his presence and impact at both ends of the floor. But Dirk, clearly one of the all-time greats in NBA history.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And here's Felton from the arc. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. So for Dallas, their last game, a win against the Rockets in Houston.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
Now here's Williams. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Iverson against Felton. Back to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And as they always seem to do, the Mavs feasted on the Eastern Conference last season. Dallas would end up with 50 wins on the year, and 21 of them coming against the East.
Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Now here's Williams. Outside Felton. Jumper off the screen, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Inside. The Mavericks pull it in.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Now here's Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And stolen by Iverson. Fast break, Philadelphia. McGee with the block. Now here's Williams. Tight defense on him. Parsons on the wing. Clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parsons.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Darren Williams. 5th in steals, 10th in free throw shooting, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And back to what you said, I mean, he's stealth like a ninja. You had the ball, now you don't. And you never saw him coming.
Shots good by Boozer.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
Mavericks trail by 4. Now here's Williams. McGee a screen. Parsons on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Back to Williams. A 3-ball. But they recover it. And McGee kicks to Williams. McGee a screen. Pass to Parsons. Tries again. Parsons can't get that one to fall.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Boozer. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Okafor, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Chandler Parsons. The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Raymond Felton. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Outside Williams. Here's Parsons. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Parsons got his second bucket.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Over to the left wing. Here's Cannon. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
They set the pick. Parsons attacking. There's the dish to Powell. Here's Villanueva. Rebound by the 76ers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Here is Villanueva. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Parsons outside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Cannon can't hit.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far. Wow, you don't see them make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
Grant outside. Here's Holmes. Misses off the left iron. And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers lead by 4. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.